Thank goodness it's Friday. We finally made it, even though it's a cold, chilly Friday. Never mind that. We are here to entertain you. This is Smell the Coffee, your favorite morning talk show with your favorite hosts, Diana Master and Aina Queo. And like I mentioned earlier, it is a cold Friday morning, but we have our soup to warm us up.
Yes, and it's so delicious. Oh my gosh.
Right?
Yeah.
It's nice and warm. It's a very nice winter broth, you know, to keep us warm. And also soup actually helps you a bit fighting off other diseases. It's packed with vitamins and all the good stuff. And you know what? The proceeds that we are currently selling for our soup today at NMH are going to go to Erica's kindergarten tomorrow. And Glenora will be there handing over the donation as well as some other goodies for the kids.
Oh, that is so beautiful. I think that it is our collective responsibility as a people, you know, to spread kindness, especially during these times where, you know, a lot of people might not have what we have. So it's always good to, if you have more, always give. And then when you do that, do not give expecting something in return. Just do it from the goodness of your heart. And you know, the universe, God will reward you. The reward doesn't necessarily have to come from people, but there will be a reward.
They say there's more joy in giving than in receiving, and we are actually, you know, it's a good initiative, like you said, just to spread warmth in these cold days, you know. And if you can, just go donate. I'm pretty sure you have clothes that you don't wear anymore, clothes that you don't need anymore, but there's someone that actually needs that thing. So if you can, just go out and donate whatever you can to whoever you can. It could literally just be one blanket, it could be a ton of blankets, whatever you can. You never know. Something so small can make a huge difference in someone's life. On that note, we'll be right back after this short break with more Smell the Coffee stories. All right, now in our freshly brewed news today, a South African man is stuck in Cambodia after being offered a job which turned out to be a scam. Kolani Sidwell Fongo, an unemployed university dropout, said he received an email in October 2022 from a man who identified himself as John Thomas, claiming to be a recruiter for Hilong Technology, a Chinese marketing company supposedly based in Thailand. The job offer in itself was not alarming to Fongo, as he is well versed in Mandarin, one of the most spoken languages in China. The alleged scammer made him an offer, claiming to have seen his profile on PNet. Now, without conducting due diligence, Fongo accepted the company's offer, and within a month, wham bam, he was in Thailand, ready to work. Now, when Fongo arrived in Thailand, he realized that something was amiss. There were people waiting for him at the airport, and he was mixed with another group of people from different countries. They then went on a long drive to a remote place. Upon arrival, they were met by people who were dressed in army uniform. He said they crossed a river overnight, illegally crossing into Myanmar. Once in Myanmar, they were taken to a place which looked like a camp. The camp was allegedly operated by people he believed were Chinese nationals. When they got there, he says they were forced to scam people. Initially, he refused, but then he was told to pay back all the expenses which they had occurred when bringing him to the country. So he didn't have much of a choice, and he worked for them. He said the scam involved targeting wealthy US men, and they pretended to be women, and there was an AI model used to dupe the men, he explained. After a month, they were given an opportunity to quit or continue working.
Oh, wow. Very gracious, what is the word?
Gracious?
Gracious of them to give them an opportunity to quit. I think that's kind to give them an opportunity to quit. Okay, you don't like this, you can quit after a month, or you can continue. But the whole
moral of the story.
Moral of the story, the whole act is wrong.
Let me actually finish.
Okay.
I just needed you to process what I just said. It gets worse.
Okay.
Right?
Oh, it's not done.
It gets worse.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So he decided to leave, thinking he'll get help from the South African embassy. He says, I left the place and went back to Thailand and went to the South African embassy in Bangkok. The lady who assisted me told me that they can't help me, but they can allow me to contact my family. As he was looking for help, Fongo said he came across an agent who paid for the hostel fees, overstay fee, and a tourist visa to work in Cambodia for another Chinese company. Unfortunately, when he got there, he realized it's the same scam company. And also, sorry, just do your due diligence. Research, Google everything about this company. And I understand in South Africa now they have like this app / website where you basically put in your information and everything if you're to travel abroad, so that if anything, God forbid, happens to you, they can track you back to where you were last seen. Yeah,
so I was gonna say that we are living in desperate times. Like unemployment, youth unemployment is rife everywhere in the world, but mostly importantly in South Africa and Namibia. So people are desperate, and you will find rather these people who are going to prey on our desperation. So I think it's important just to be cognizant that yes, times are difficult, but like you said, do your research. I would not advise applying for a company that is not well known. I would advise you apply for the United Nations in Europe, apply for the European Union, apply for WH, or apply for companies that are big and established already. Apply for FNB, like maybe in Tanzania or somewhere. Don't find this up and coming, this company that you have never heard of in another country, because you are going to struggle. And for the embassy not to say we can't help you, what do they mean they can't help him?
It's crazy. But even then, like, let's say you apply for a United Nations job, you still have to be careful, because people are finding ways to scam you. So they could literally create another website and then they send you an email from Diana at United Nations World Food Program.com, and then now you think, oh, but then it'll be like .co.na, and you just see from United Nations and you're like, oh, okay, it's legit. Until you realize, wait a minute, there's no .na. So you really have to do your due diligence. And also, if you're traveling so far, we've seen cases of, like right now the UK is recruiting a lot of people to come do care work. You need to be careful, because even when you, let's say it's a legit job, you get there, people in the UK work they get paid based on how many hours they work. So sometimes, because there's so many people in the company, you find that you're making like significantly less, because you guys are constantly fighting for shifts because there's not enough shifts. So you just need to be careful. Still, just be really careful, because also human trafficking is real, guys.
All right, now we'll move over to some scamming news. I could call it scamming news. And disturbing. Tanzanian authorities have arrested 2 church leaders for allegedly detaining dozens of sick people while promising to heal them through prayer and traditional herbs. More than 100 people were being kept in so-called traditional wards built around the church in Nyaminza village with no medical treatment or food being provided. Some had been there for up to a month, and they were required to find food for themselves until they fully recovered. They were found after locals alerted the police that some people were dying after leaving hospitals, including a woman who had joined the church soon after giving birth to twins. At the end of last week, the police took the police people The police took the sick people back to hospitals for treatment. They are now investigating possible deaths, whether there are bodies buried nearby. Mwanza Regional Police Commander Wilbrod Mutufwangwa confirmed the arrest of suspects, church leader William Masum and his wife Kabula Lushuka, saying they didn't have permits to conduct worship and prayer activities or to provide traditional healing services.
I am so sick of these pastors. Like,
same.
Cards laid out on the table. I am so sick and tired of these pastors preying on people that actually are in desperate need of help. You can't see someone struggling and be like, you know what, money-making scheme.
This is not
What is wrong with you?
But also these people all are sick.
Exactly.
Why in your right mind are you keeping sick people and forcing them to find food for themselves, yet these people are sick?
Obviously, and they came to you.
And they came to come pray for them at their houses or at the hospital.
Exactly.
You chose to isolate them so that they can die on your watch. Because
and
what else? And for what?
I'm really failing to understand why in your right mind, and you call yourself a man of God and a Christian, but here you are letting these people suffer. It reminds me of the story of that Mackenzie guy, that pastor.
That were forcing people to
starve themselves so that they could meet Jesus.
To fast, basically.
No, guys, like...
And I
can't.
You know, I don't blame the people because we, like I said earlier, we are living in desperate times.
Yes.
And when you are desperate, you are gullible. Yeah. You will believe everything. If I came and say, Diana, you just need this touch, you will believe.
Yes.
Because now you are desperate, you are hopeless, and hope deferred truly makes the heart sick. You will find any other alternative. And people prey on this because you're so desperate, they are going to come to you and sell you all sorts of ideas. For what?
Because also remember, these people possibly could have tried every other avenue. They've explored every other avenue, and now they're at wit's end. And there comes Aina, and she's like, listen, I can heal you. Because now you've tried everything and seems like nothing is working.
And artists and scammers are very convincing.
I know, they're very convincing.
They have this smooth voice that is just, when you hear Diana, it's like your voice, your problems first disappear, and then you come back to life and you realize, actually, Diana could help me.
And it's always, no, but it's fine if you don't want. I'm just saying this. It's coming from
Get real value for your money at WB. Grab 750-gram Ellis Brown Creamer for $41.99. Wake up to 250-gram Recoffee for just $39.99. Get 2-kilogram Real Good Mixed Chicken for $86.99. Stock up with 500-gram Bacomo Cornflakes for $32.99. And grab 1-liter Clover New Mel for just $17.99. Now that's real value at WB. We care.
Jadi mi papa kling sake. Uncle kom hier.
En waar is jouw uncle nou?
Is zo weer.
Nou op een dag plus minus hoeveel geld krijg je ooit?
Misschien 20 rand. So, focus aan papabing yung zeker kita follow 16. Hij is nog aan SCN's, maar hij is net in een PD. Waarom zijn kamer ga je hier?
Wie hier vir julle die kamer?
Juffrouw Sonia.
Wie is juffrou Sonia?
Sana juffrouw met de lens voor groene raam. Dat is daar.
En sy het waar het sy vir julle gekry?
Zo voor ons hier in de straat dat we toen hier zitten voor ons aan huis.
Een huis?
Amerika. Ons zes wat kan ook aan de afgekomen. De onze vrienden is twee van de toekomst van elkaar. Dus je weet die boer bij jou mooi. Dus je zegt, die is ook wanja ze wanneer je toegaan hier en TRC aan kamer. Dus blijf het daar.
En wie betaal vir julle die kamer te maak? Om kos te kry?
Wat hier kos of so.
Nou, hoe het jy in Okanya beland? Waar is jou ouers?
My ouers is in Okanja met ma en my pa altyd.
Nou, hoekom het jy gegaan van Okanya?
Ek weet nie hoor na tango ko desi du kom ek ri. Hulle sê maar iso die sula is mooi no om Frans.
En jy?
Van ik heb net met mijn pa gepraat van Greenland. Ik weet niet mijn man. Mijn pa is dood. Nou wat ik bij mijn ma zei is breed. Dat is wat die mensen voor mij gaan brengen. Daarvoor mijn ma me niet aan. Ik zei me niet kan maar ik is iets ik denk. Ik lief net voor de mensen. Ik heb school gaan maar daarvoor wat ik moet doen. Dan laat ik school gaan.
Hoekom nie?
Ek van Flames af ek is wel.
Ik kan lezen, ik kan school.
Weet julle dat Vrydag African Child's Day is? Voel julle soos 'n African child?
Dat is hoe kom dit juffrouw Sonia wat ons ook vir jou. Is die van die Here se